used the words 1,000 times, but they tremble when they reach my tongue. I built my silence like a shelter, called it strength when it was wrong. I never meant to let you wonder if you mattered all along. Some hearts speak late, not louder, and learn regret when love is gone. Pride wears armor made of fear, and I wore mine to wear. It's hard to say I'm sorry when the truth feels like defeat. Hard to face the part of me that left you incomplete. I thought holding back was safer, thought distance would protect. Now I stand here unguarded, with the weight of my regret. I watched you wait without demanding, heard your faith begin to fade. You never asked me for perfection, only honesty I never gave. I confused control with courage, called my sadness dignity, but every moment I avoided you was a moment lost to me. Summer prodigies arrive, only after damage speaks. It's hard to say I'm sorry when the truth feels like defeat. Hard to face the part of me that left you incomplete. I thought holding back was safer, thought distance would protect. Now I stand here unguarded, with the weight of my regret. If time could fold itself backward, how would it change the past? Just me. I'd speak before the silencer, how powerful it could be. I wouldn't promise you forever, I promise not to hide, because love doesn't die from anger, it disappears from pride. It's hard to say I'm sorry, but harder still to walk away. Harder knowing I could have saved us if I'd found the words to say. I don't ask you 'cause I loved you worse. Some truths arrive too late to heal, but not too late to be real. On this day, the light arrived unannounced. Soft as truth, I could no longer flee. I stood still while the world kept moving, as if time had paused for me. I've carried years like hidden letters, never opened, never sent. Every scar was an unanswered question. Every silence an argument. I thought becoming meant surviving, but surviving was never the same as living. On this day, I chose to breathe again. Not louder, just more real. I let go of who I had been, to feel what I was meant to feel. No more waiting for permission, no more asking to belong. On this day I stood my ground and learned where I came from. I've worn my doubts like second skin, called them caution, called them fate. I learned to smile through the fracture and arrive long after I was late. But something broke inside the quiet, not in pain but clarity. I saw my reflection without the fear of what it asked of me. I spent my life rehearsing courage until courage finally appeared. On this day, I chose to breathe again. Not louder, just more real. I let go of who I had been, to feel what I was meant to feel. No more waiting for permission, no more asking to belong. On this day I stood my ground and learned where I came from. If tomorrow asks me who I am, I won't answer with regret. I won't explain the nights I lost or the debts I never paid. I'll say I walked through broken hours and didn't turn away. I didn't win, I didn't flee. I stayed, and that was brave. On this day, I laid my armor down, let the truth speak in my name. I didn't rise above the pain, I walked straight through the flame. I am not healed, I am awake, and that alone is strength. On this day I claim my place without erasing yesterday. is all I own. And let it say, I find that you're I try to move on like it was simple, like love was something I outgrew. I packed my nights with borrowed reasons, but every road led back to you. I learned to smile without explaining, to call it peace when it was pain. But every quiet conversation still said your name. I told myself I'd heal with time, but time just made it clearer. I'm stuck on you in ways I can't undo, like a song that never fades. I'm stuck on you in everything I do, in the words I never say. I tried to break the habit of your truth, tried to love like I was free, but I'm stuck on you, and you're still stuck in me. I've met new faces, learned new cities, watched new sunsets steal the night, but none of them could hold me steady the way you did without trying. I don't chase ghosts or second chances, I don't replay what used to be. Still every version of tomorrow has you in it somewhere quietly. I don't reach out, I don't pretend. Well, letting go was never easy. I'm stuck on you in ways I can't undo, like a song that never fades. I'm stuck on you in everything I do, in the words I never say. I try to break the habit of your truth, tried to love like I was free, but I'm stuck on you, and you're still stuck in me. Baby, love isn't a moment, maybe it's a mark we keep, something written under every choice, something waking us from sleep. I don't need you to come back, I don't need you to stay, I just need to say your name without it breaking me this way. I'm stuck on you, not in regret, but in what was real and true. In the parts of me that learn to love because they learn from you. This is all that love can be, a memory that won't let go. Then I'll carry you with honesty wherever I go. Some loves don't fade or fall apart, they simply live inside the heart. to breathe, where daylight forgets its name. Every step pulls me away from myself and brings me closer all the same. I laid my fears into the quiet, left my prayers with sleepless skies, and somewhere deep within the silence, something ancient meets my eyes. There are forces we cannot see, yet they decide when we must move. I surrender through the will of the wind to the unseen hand that carries me. I no longer fight what pulls me in. I let it shape what I'm meant to be. Through every shadow, every side, I release control. I let it pass. I am guided by a design I cannot touch, yet feel at last. I've tried to bend the unseen order, to make time answer to my will, but every certainty I trusted collapsed beneath the deeper still. So I stopped asking for explanations, laid my armor on the ground. Then in the space between my questions, truth was finally unbound. There are voices without a sound, you know exactly where they lead. I surrender to the will of the wind, to the unseen hand that carries me. I no longer fight what pulls me in. I let it shape what I'm meant to be. Through every shadow, every sign, I release control. I let it pass. I am guided by a design I cannot touch, yet feel at last. If I fall, let it be toward the light. If I tremble, let it be for truth. I won't wrestle with the weight of the night, when my soul is asking to be loose. I don't beg for signs or guarantees, only peace enough to follow through. For even in the darkest seas, something always sees me through. I surrender to the will of the wind, to its haste and law, its silent ways. Even if everything breaks within, I trust I'm standing in my place. I no longer fear the unknown call. Know the path it asks me to take. I walk ahead unguided home, led by what I cannot name. If tomorrow steals my voice, let the wind speak for my choice. Through the years, We learned the weight of waiting, how some truths arrive too late. We held our breath through fragile seasons, tried to read the signs of fate. Every goodbye felt temporary, every promise learned to bend. We were never built for certainty, only for the way we end. Time didn't ask us for permission, it simply moved us where we stood. Through the years I kept returning to the place you left in me. Every loss became a language only silence understood. When the nights erased our reasons, when belief was hard to keep, through the years I stayed awake while the rest of life fell asleep. We mistook survival for devotion, called endurance a love enough. We carried hope like fragile letters, written in invisible ink. There were moments that we went missing, standing inches from the truth. We outgrew the words we borrowed before we learned to speak them through. We didn't heal by understanding, we healed by choosing not to run. Through the years I kept returning to the place you left in me. Every loss became a language only silence understood. When the nights erased our reasons, when belief was hard to keep, through the years I stayed awake while the rest of life fell asleep. If time collects the things we wasted, let it spare the nights we stayed. Let it forget the words we shouted, and remember what we said. We are not the sum of fractures, nor the weight of what went wrong. We are built from what remained when everything else was gone. Through the years I kept returning, not to answers, not to prove, just to stand inside the moments where I never needed truth. And if tomorrow asks my name and the language of regrets, tell it I was still becoming. So the years I never left, time may pass but disappear.